And it's the dumbest bill in America, and it is having your campaign pay for childcare expenses. Brian, this bill is in Maryland, House Bill 331 from Michelle Guyton. She's a delegate. Thoughts on this?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but when we get mail, it says the honorable. So I don't know why you think this could cause any problems. We are very honorable people, and we've never seen campaign funds used in any nefarious way. I mean, Jesse Jackson should have gotten that suite at Soldier Field for $220,000. We should be able to take some campaign contributions and hide them in their fridge. And we should be able to pay for whatever kind of childcare we want, no matter what if they're...
How about Fannie Willis, right? I mean, she said on the stand, well, I took money out of my campaign, a lot of money, and I put the cash in my house, and I use that to pay for things from time to time.
Yeah.
That's why this is a bad idea. Not to mention, like, if you need to pay for childcare expenses and you need your campaign to pay for it, you probably aren't ready to run for office. Maybe, you should get a job, like in the real world, and use that job to help you pay for and support your children. By the way, this applies to men and it applies to women, right? We're not saying women or men. We're just saying, hey, you both should take care of your children first. Why should the public who give you money to do advertisements for your campaign, TV advertisements, mailings, and these kinds of things, why should they pay for your childcare?
That's exactly right. And both of us agree that it is a difficult thing to run for office. But guess what? Being in office is difficult too. So what are you going to do to transition then? Are you just going to stop taking campaign funds and just say we need taxpayer funds to pay for all that?
Well, you use the word transition, okay? So that has me curious. Well, what's the next thing they're going to do? Campaign-related transition services for child care providers or for the child themselves, because in Maryland, apparently you can be in kindergarten and they can start to provide in kindergarten and public school. Can't they provide you services as well as counseling that you might be in the wrong body?
Yeah, that's right. But you don't have to tell the parents.
That's right. Why should the parents know? Maybe that should be in this bill too.
But only if it's medically necessary.
That's right. That's right. If it's medically necessary. So we have this bill. It's from Michelle Guyton. My understanding is she's a very wealthy member of the House of Delegates. She has her own private plane. And you know what? Good for her. Good for her. She has her own private plane. But I just think it's interesting that someone who has their own private plane, who's very wealthy, wants to be able to pay for childcare expenses. I mean, why would she, of all people, put this bill in? Because can't she pay for her own childcare expenses?
I would assume maybe she should have focused more on jet fuel. Maybe campaign funds for jet fuel and champagne.
Well, she's all in on climate change too, of course. Yeah. Private jet people, climate change is an existential crisis. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm now on my fourth decade of we only have 12 more years to live.
And that is the dumbest bill in America, House Bill 331, having your campaign pay for childcare expenses.